How was your week, bro?
I was sick for a few days of it,
Oh, for real?
so it wasn't great,
With what?
but I'm feeling a lot better now. I just had like a head cold.
Mm. Yeah, it sucks. Ugh. They brought a bunch of candy to the office where I work at today,
What
and
kind of candy?
it was just like a bunch of assorted types of candy. A lot of like gummies and whatnot.
Nothing specific that
Nothing
caught your eye?
specific. Yeah, there's like these like Jewish variants of candies we all know because it was
Chocolate coins?
no, there was no chocolate coins, but I don't think there was any
Or it was
chocolate.
just like,
Like
uh,
gummy bears and sour straws and stuff. Like it was Purim yesterday, so like I guess it's a Jewish
oh
holiday and
yeah,
stuff.
Jewish Halloween. Yeah.
Yeah. So they brought back like a ton of candy, and I was keeping some. I was having some just to keep my energy going, but I can feel it like coming down. I can feel the crash. Um,
Yeah, you was fucking them candies up, them Purim candies.
yeah, you can't fuck with these Purim candies. Boy, I'm trying to think if I saw anything worth talking
But
about.
you work at a Jewish company, but your name is Christian.
Yeah, they're very open.
Was you a ethnic hire? Were you like a religious, ethnic,
I don't think
diverse
so. I'm
hire?
not. I'm not religious, but it was an electrical company. It's an electrical company, so I worked on the field first, and then where there's like a lot of Hispanic folks, and I was brought into the office later. So
Imagine if like they brought a rabbi to the office one day and like, you ran into him, you met him, and he says, "Oh, like, hey, I'm Matt or whatever the fuck his name is." And you're like, "Hey, I'm Christian." And he says, "Oh, well, there's no issue with that. I'm Jewish."
yeah,
How would like how would you then react to that situation?
I would be like, "Oh no, my name is Christian."
I would go to HR.
Yeah. Would you run straight to HR?
Yeah,
Hmm.
when I offend them.
Yeah, I don't know if I would do that. I don't think it's an HRable offense. Um, I did watch X-Men '97. I saw like the first episode just now, actually.
Did you get all the sweet nostalgic feels?
I actually did. I was like, "Whoa, it's been so
Did you
long."
watch the original animated series?
Yeah, I watched it a lot when I was younger.
Oh,
Yeah, I
I
watched all
watched a
those like
very
shows.
small amount of it when I was younger,
Yeah, I watched a lot of those shows. I watched
to
Spider-Man
be
a lot.
honest. Oh, wow. I don't know, I didn't catch those shows as often as I wanted to.
Yeah, I think that we're on like
I
Saturday
seen the
mornings.
newer series though, like that newer X-Men series is pretty good.
Which new X-Men series?
I think it was on WB11?
Oh, Wolverine and the X-Men.
Yeah,
Yeah, that one
it's pretty good.
I've never seen that one. I've seen the X-Men. I saw a little bit of X-Men Evolution, but I was really big into those old
Yeah, I
'90s.
think that's the one I'm thinking about, X-Men Evolution. I think that's
Yeah,
like
that was also on WB11, so that makes sense.
okay, yeah, I think that was the one.
Yeah, those are good shows. X-Men makes for good television, to be honest.
Mhm.
I never watched. I only watched like the pilot episode of the Legion show, but I'm meaning to get back to it at some point. You
Yeah,
remember
so
that old run of
should we
X
talk about
Wolverine and
sport?
the X-Men where oh jeez, he ran the school?
Yeah,
It was by
that was
Jason
a
Aaron.
really good series.
Yeah, it was so good. It made me watching X-Men '97 made me be like, oh, I want to read this Jason Aaron run. For whatever reason, it made me think of it.
Yeah, it's cool that you still have it at your disposal, basically.
I have it on
Like
Comixology
digitally,
at
right?
least. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if
Even
I
though
have the
it's
whole
probably
series
hard
on
as hell
there.
to find it.
Yeah, I don't think I have the whole series on there, but I do have a lot of it, I think.
When did it end? Was Young X, was that Young X-Men series or the new X-Men? You know when like they brought the past versions
Yeah, all new
to the
X-Men.
future, and it was that was all new. Was that simultaneously run with Wolverine and the X-Men or whatever?
I think it happened. I think they were both around at the same time. It wasn't a simultaneous, like it didn't happen at the same time. It happened years, maybe like a couple years after that.
Mm.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure it wasn't like happening. It didn't start at the same time. Like I think Wolverine and the X-Men came first, and then like maybe towards the end
Yeah,
of its run, the all new X-Men showed up.
and then that was the one with Brew and Kid Omega. He had one hell of a development arc in that series.
Yeah, and then it was all gone.
Yeah. But then they killed Wolverine. It was weird. Really weird.
Really weird.
I know we're gonna eventually talk about the comics this week. But One Piece has a color page, and I don't know why Oda's color pages are always so much better than everybody else's. It's it's not even about him having a better art. It's just the overall vibe and feel. Like it's he never takes himself like too serious. So he just allows himself to put characters in like these really weird situations, and it's just cool to see different sides of them just kind of chilling. It's like I feel through a lot of these like color pages, we we get like little slice of life sneak peeks into like their life. Like this, all right, granted Vegapunk is there and all of that, but this could have been something that happened during the voyage. Like maybe they found a patch of jellyfish and was like, "Oh, look at this shit, is lit." And Sanji's like, "Yeah, you know what? Let's just like make some food and eat on them."
Yeah,
Yeah, you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like,
This
and
is
then
a reader
Kuma's there too.
request.
Like, yeah, I didn't die. I'm good.
This is also a reader
I'm chill.
request.
What?
The Straw Hats strolling through the deep sea using jellyfish umbrellas.
Wow. Yo, you know what else? We were kind of low key. We were robbed of a cover story since we've had an actual compelling one.
Yeah,
But I guess that's talking a little too much.
it's kind of catch-22. You know, sometimes we get really beautiful cover art, color pages, but at the expense of the cover page story. But you know, it's almost
It's a
like a
good trade
no.
off.
It's almost like a win-win situation. You know. Fun fact: these whenever Oda does a color spread, those are the only parts of this series he draws digitally. He still works on paper primarily.
Whoa, hold on. It's really wild that you said that because I was staring at this picture and like it looks like he used watercolors like to paint this.
Yeah.
But I guess I was wrong. I mean, when you look at the purple towards the bottom right corner where like Kuma's sitting at,
Hmm.
it kind of looks like he used like a paintbrush or something. Like it looks a little saturated,
Yeah.
but I guess that was just a computer.
Yeah. I mean, hey, I think like when you're a good enough artist and you're like trained enough, there's these transferable skills that like you could even make it look real on digital paintbrushes and whatnot. Uh here's a little like fun little thing for everybody who's interested out there. Whenever Oda does a color page, or even when he draws like the covers for the tankobans, They always draw, like they always put like a little speed drawing video of him actually drawing the thing, and it's always super cool to see like his process, because he goes through like several different versions of something before he actually makes it final. Like when he's doing like a little pencil draft.
Yeah.
I always enjoy seeing those.
I remember you told me that. Excuse me. I remember you told me that was a thing, and you
Yeah.
just look it up on what is it on Instagram or
Yeah,
like
it'll be on
YouTube?
Instagram. I think the handle is like One Piece Staff. It's always really cool.
Well,
He
if you
did one
see
for
it
this.
again, just send it to the chat,
Yeah,
and I'll follow
he
it.
did one for this. I think you already follow it because I've seen you
I
like
never
some stuff
see
on
it. It
there.
never pops up on my feed.
Because they hating. Instagram is hating.
Yeah, I'm following too much bullshit. Yo, so on another One Piece note, I came across a very crazy post on Instagram a few days ago, right? And I was looking through the comments, and so there is a whole thing going on about Bonnie,
Mm-hmm.
because I guess in the anime they're already. I mean, you mentioned this, but they're already at Egghead in the anime, and they're showing Bonnie as in her older form, right? And like I guess like the way it's like she's presented, it's very like sexualized, which that's nothing new with women in manga and stuff. But like now knowing that she's actually a 12-year-old girl, and then like in this picture, I don't is that Bonnie on the top right with the pink hair, like eating all the
Yeah,
French
that's Bonnie.
fries? Yo, that's insane. She's clearly a little girl. So it's like, so for all the people who probably felt some kind of way looking at that, I guess they're all right. So the arguments were basically like people were like, oh, like, there's nothing wrong with being with like fetishizing that. No, not, I guess that's the wrong word. Like with like, I guess liking like that, like I guess being like sexualizing like Bonnie at that point in the anime, I guess, like as an older person because like she's fiction and or like Oda like just like it was Oda that drew it that way or whatever. And like other people are saying like no, like that's disgusting, you shouldn't do that, for obvious reasons. And I mean, I'm just gonna tell you how I feel just to not like beat around the bush. I just feel like once you learn that she is like, a little girl, it's like, okay, well, obviously these are like cartoon characters, so you shouldn't be a thirst bucket like that anyway.
Yeah.
It's like
Either
kind of,
way, you shouldn't be.
I mean, I remember being a kid, I guess, you know what I'm saying? But I'm also a 31-year-old man, and like I know there's other people on the internet that were arguing for that shit that were probably as grown as me or older or around my, you know what I'm saying? And that's not like, that's I'm not gonna judge you for like being turned on by certain things, but once you have the knowledge, you know what I'm saying? It's presented to you as this is actually a little girl. Like just at the very least, just keep that shit to yourself. Don't go out there fucking trying to argue or debate about like, oh, well, I'm gonna keep like just
People say
let that
that's a
go.
wild
L-
take. Well,
Yeah,
I'm gonna keep going.
like what?
Well, no
I don't
one's
like. I
gonna
don't really
stop me.
understand. To be fair, like I wasn't really inspecting so many arguments. I only looked about at like two or three threads because they had like hundreds of comment reactions.
Yeah.
And I don't, I was sick, so I had a lot of time to just look at that. But I'm just like, God, like it's not like I don't. I guess I felt like there were like certain the reactions to people trying to justify it were so over the top that like I guess I felt like look, it's not that serious. I'm not gonna think someone's a pedophile and all this extra shit if you thought that looked sexy in the anime, especially if you didn't know it was a kid or whatever. But like but for like you arguing it and trying to really make a point, that's weird as hell to me. Like that's making me think like You feel me? If you like
No,
some shit like that, just
I
let it
see
go.
what you
You feel
mean.
me?
Definitely, it's
It's kind
also
of
part of it. I think is just like people on the internet. They just love to fucking argue. 'Cause people just love arguing on the internet. I don't get
yeah,
it
that's another
personally.
aspect of it. I'm gonna say this: like people who are pedophiles are like mentally sick. You know what I'm saying? They have something wrong with them, and they need help. And if I mean, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to make an excuse for nobody. I'm just saying, like, there there are studies that's I guess that say like, oh, like they would if they do have that problem, a way to cope with it is at least not doing shit with real people, like something like a cartoon or just like imagination or whatever,
Mhm.
to help cope while they deal with that their issues or whatever. Now, I can't speak on that too much, but like, look, that's why I say, like, look, if you feel a certain way and that's you just keep that shit to yourself, man, and keep it to that fucking cartoon or whatever. Don't try to, or I'm gonna think worse of you if you're trying to die on some hill about that online.
Yeah,
That's so.
dying
And
on the hill
anybody
is weird.
listening, like, don't go out there sticking your neck out thinking that you're like trying to not make yourself look as bad. Because trust me, it's not looking good.
Well, general rule of thumb: you shouldn't be advocating super hard for the attractiveness of a cartoon, but especially not a cartoon child.
Yeah,
But that's neither here nor there.
right. I just, that's something that came up during my week. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, yeah. I don't. I try not to like wander the internet because it's fucking weird. People are
Yeah,
weirdos up
bro.
there.
Niggas be like kind of low key exposing themselves. It's kind of crazy.
It's kind of nuts.
Like, I'm not gonna call you a pedophile. You're definitely a weirdo.
Something's off.
Fucking arguing over some cartoon characters, bro.
Yeah.
Well, that's on a much better note. Are there any questions? I know Brian ain't here, but
Yeah, we do have some questions. I'm gonna pull them up. I'm gonna pull them up. I'm gonna pull them up. Okay, so it's this one, maybe. Okay. Okay. So Mike B has written to us. This is a brand new email. He says, "Good evening, y'all. I hope you have had a great couple of weeks catching up back up to filling up your inboxes with my mental musings. Side note: when I asked about fashion brands that fit into manga, I meant the techwear brand acronym, and it's somehow autocorrected to the cheese brand. So not sure how that happened, but anyway, but it is what it is. Anyway."
yeah, I remember.
If each of the straw hats were a strain of weed, which strain of weed would each of them be?
Wow.
This is kind of nuts. I have
All
no.
right, so
I'm
this
not. I'm not very
this
well
is where
versed.
yeah, I know, Chris. Neither is Brian, I guess, but this is where I'm gonna get
This is where
exposed a bit
Josh
because I'm not very
shines.
knowledgeable. I'm
You're
not very
not
knowledgeable on weed brands, TBH.
strands.
Like,
Even I didn't even know there were more than a handful. We got to
oh,
think of
there
9.
is hundreds, if not
Do
thousands,
you
of
know
different
not at
strains
least
of
9
weed,
of
bro.
them
Like,
or
I
10 of them?
mean, I could name a bunch of them that I've smoked over the years, but
You couldn't attribute
I
it to a
couldn't
straw
tell
hat.
you. Yeah, no, I'm saying I couldn't tell like what it what exactly it was. Like, look, I just try to get good weed that'll,
Yeah,
that's
every now and then I
long
have an
enough.
edible and try not to freak out. So I don't know. Maybe I'll
Well,
do some research into the
so yeah,
different
I'm
strands of
sorry,
weed.
Mike B.
Yeah, so maybe I'll do.
I'd have to do a little bit of research.
Yeah,
Can we
we'll
circle
we'll come
back to
back.
that? Let
We'll
me
put
make
a
a
pin in
note of
this one. He said the same question, but for the main cast of JJK. I'm sorry, Mike, but it is. But we don't know. Um, recently went to Disney, so that got me thinking which characters are full blown Disney adults, obsessed with Disney and all the movies, and spend their time planning yearly trips to Disneyland, etc. Hmm. Well, Chopper's not an adult. He's technically the youngest of the Straw Hats, besides Bonnie, probably now, if we're counting her as a Straw Hat already. Um, but I would say probably her. Um, Luffy would be a Disney adult. He really liked the amusement park when he went to Sabaody. And he's
He
19.
he asked for all the manga characters or just One Piece?
It could be anybody, I guess. So I would say Luffy would probably be a Disney adult.
Gojo would have a lot of fun at Disney.
Yeah, but
So
we're
would
talking about
Itadori.
like someone who's obsessed with Disney.
Oh,
You know, like those,
probably a lot.
like Disney
Disney,
adult
like,
is a type of person who's just like obsessed with Disney. Like they love
there's people that
Disney.
love, like, Disney shows and shit. I
Yeah,
know
but
an adult that's obsessed with Disney shows.
Yeah, but they love going to Disneyland. Like they're obsessed with it. They make a thing out of it every time they go. They're specifically into the Disney part of going to Disneyland. It's not just going to the rides and chilling. They're just like, oh my god, it's the fucking Magic Castle Kingdom thing. Jesus Christ.
Itadori for sure. He'd be hyped as hell
You
for
think
that
it's
shit.
Dory?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I'm too my
He's from a small little town. Like, he probably grew up watching them, the movies, and would be stoked.
maybe. I guess like my main perception of Itadori is his super traumatized self that he is today. So maybe
Uh,
pre Shibuya arc, Itadori would probably be
yeah.
super into Disney.
Before all his friends died.
Yeah, before everybody he loves
Spoilers.
is passing away violently. Let me think. Oh, I think Uraraka, but she's not an adult. Damn it. Miss Joke.
Adult.
Hmm?
Who?
Miss Joke from My Hero Academia. She's one of the teachers
Who the
from
fuck is that?
she's one of the teachers from Shiketsu who like is kind of shipped with Aizawa, you know, the one who could make people laugh, and that's her quirk.
I don't remember her, man.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, she hasn't shown up in a long time, to be fair. So I'm not gonna
Mm.
press you too hard on that. Yeah, so many dark manga are out today that I don't know how many people would be really into Disney. But Itadori would be maybe Nobara. I could see Nobara being a bit of a Disney adult, but she's not a.
Yeah, she's a
Yeah, I guess we got to
yeah.
stretch the boundaries of adult because most protagonists are like kind of young adults to like teenagers. So I think we could put the Jujutsu Kaisen kids in because they're kind of almost adults. Maybe Robin deep
Yeah.
down. I could see Robin deep down being into it.
Yeah, she's such a lore queen. You know what I'm
She does
saying?
love lore.
TM. Trademarking that for Robin, by the way.
Lore Queen.
And
That
yeah.
should be her. That should be her nickname instead of Demon Child, the Lore Queen.
Yeah. Demon Child is so cool
It
though.
is. It is badass.
It's pretty lit. Um, but yeah, I think like on the low, she knows all about like the Disney movies and like the actors that played in the live action and when everything was made, like shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
It plays when she was little before her home got blown up, you know.
Yeah. Kami the Mermaid, again from One Piece.
One Piece is like Disneyland.
Yeah,
So
I think Disney is one of Oda's
oh, Big
influences.
Mom for sure.
Oh yeah, Big Mom. Big Mom lives
I
her
know her
life as a
theme is
Disney
supposed to
adult.
be like Alice in Wonderland, but
Hey, Alice in
could just
Wonderland
be
was a Disney
Disney in
movie.
general. Yeah, see, there you go. It was a Disney movie.
All
Hey,
right.
what a random ass question.
Yeah. Uh, did we ask this one already? I feel like this is a repeat one. I think we asked this one before. The one if each Shonen Jump series were foods, what foods would they be? I think we definitely answered this one last time.
Yeah, we was doing that one. That was a good one though.
Okay.
I said Undead Unluck was rice. That was one of my better ones.
Yeah, I remember that. Okay. Which characters do you think are the types to have a secret family? Gojo. Gojo for
Oh
sure.
man.
Sanji.
Oh, this was definitely Zoro.
I don't know about Zoro. I don't think Zoro would have a family. Um,
Man, we gotta think about like villains, man. I feel like Sukuna definitely got mad different
oh
families.
my god. You think he has mad kids roaming around?
Mad bastard children.
Yeah, with his
He was
forearms.
wilding in the Edo period or whatever. Was that when he was
Yeah,
that where he's
I
from?
think it was no Heian era.
Heian?
Yeah,
Yo,
Heian.
them Heian hoes. He was dropping them off.
Yeah.
He was dropping sorcerers
No, it makes sense,
and
you know.
Heian hoes.
I feel like last time we saw him in like Yorozu's or Yoru's, whatever her name was, in her flashback, like there was some Sukuna had some girls on him.
Yeah. The ones he didn't kill after he's like a praying mantis.
Yeah. Isn't it like
Weird
females that
guy.
kill the guys in praying mantis lore?
Kenjaku got mad families he let go
Oh
of.
my god. That's so
On
true.
paper. We know we have the proof.
Kenjaku is the
Like,
biggest man
we
hoe.
don't have to use our imagination there. Yeah.
Yo, Kenjaku is a philanderer.
Both ways. Yo,
Bro was
he had
pregnant.
regular children. He had cursed womb children. He had his own child as
Yo,
a woman.
Kenjaku,
Like,
that's how you know
when he was a woman.
Kenjaku was the biggest hoe. He was pregnant. Dog impregnated himself with another guy.
And then left that family. Said, I'm gonna go
Oh my
immerse
god.
myself
I can't believe I forgot
to this
Kenjaku.
other ghetto.
Yeto.
He probably made had some children or two as ghetto. You know?
Oh my god, imagine.
So yeah, Kendaku is the most deadbeat of fathers.
That,
sure.
honestly, yeah. It's probably the most deadbeat father in manga. Because he would just make children.
Well, you know,
It's hard. I mean, he's
yeah.
like he left behind so many
Top
children.
5.
Well,
The gene is like
think of the cursed wombs. The 7 paintings or whatever.
he didn't care at all about them.
No.
Even the one that's actually really strong, he said, "I don't care.
I'm
about you
not.
at all. Your
I don't
special
care.
movement's nothing."
I don't even care. I made you for sport. Okay, let's do one more. If each of the main cast of Jujutsu Kaisen were a subway line, which subway line would they be? Oh my gosh.
Man,
Well,
the subway question is crazy.
well, I got
Ugh.
Sukuna would be the L train because it blew mine last week.
It always wins.
It just pissed me
it
off.
always finds
It
a
wasn't
way.
running into Manhattan. I needed to get somewhere. I had to walk. I had to take a roundabout way to getting to where I needed to be because the L just didn't decide to go into Brooklyn.
Yeah, the L train is easily the biggest villain of like
Yeah,
of the
always under
whole
construction
MTA.
for no reason.
Always.
It doesn't have that many stops. What are you fucking constructing it for?
Man.
What's a good train? What's a good train line? It's hard for me to name one because, in truth,
The
there
4 to
aren't
5,
many.
6. Alright, so, like, the ones I've used the most in my life was probably, like, the Q, the 4, 5, and the 2, 3.
Yeah, I've used a lot of trains. Used the one, not the one, the two, the three, the four, the five. They've been a big part of my life. The L, the J, the R now, currently. Itadori would to me would be the R train because it is currently the main train I use.
Mm.
It is the main character in my life in terms of MTA trains.
Yeah, and even because even when the A train is beat down, like, when it has, like, construction, it's always still running at least, you know?
Yeah, the A train is Kusakabe.
Nah,
No, the A train is
no.
Nanami. Dependable. You can count on it, and it seems to hate to work.
Yeah, I would say the same about the 2 train. Oh my god, man.
Yeah, the three train. I remember the three train being a pain in my ass.
What a crazy fucking question. I don't like
We're doing our best here, Mike.
um
I hope this is adequate.
yeah, man. Like I think it's just the first thing that comes to my head. 2 trains like all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. I feel like that F train, that's a train I've taken a few times in my a decent amount of times in my life. The F train is like very low key. It's on its own for a lot of its route. It has like its own route in Brooklyn until it gets to actually no, it shares it with the G train now. It shares it
Yeah,
up
some of
with
it.
the
It
trains.
doesn't
But anyway,
train. It doesn't share the
it's
whole thing though.
yeah, and it goes out to Coney Island, ends out in Queens, like Forest Hills, Jamaica,
Mm-hmm.
like around there. It's like
It's like a Maki, you know,
Maki.
on its own, does its thing, goes very far.
I was thinking like an old Grandmaster character,
There's not
like
many of
that's
them.
very.
Masamichi.
He's pretty. Yeah, you know what? I'll go with Masamichi, the F train.
This is tough.
You know they. Yeah, this is very abstract.
Yeah, right.
This is as abstract as it gets. I mean,
Gojo is the G train because it couldn't be bothered. It's just a short line. It doesn't really go many places that people need to be, I feel. You know? It's this
like I
weird
would
little
just
train
stand in
line.
Jujutsu Kaisen.
Hmm?
Oh, okay, I got one. The shuttle train in no, like the 7 train, right? That goes across like Manhattan and then out into Jackson Heights. That's Zoro. Cause he's on his own for a while, and then he gets into Manhattan, cuts through all of it, straight to Hudson Yards. You know, only the 7 and the shuttle train go like from east to west in Manhattan.
Hmm.
Because Zoro's the type that'll cut through anything.
Hey, I guess they said that Mike did stipulate JJK.
He did?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Damn. Well,
He did extend the question to same question for the MHA cast, so I feel like that's even more abstract for some reason.
I think uh I got one more in me. Let me see.
You could do
Trains
it.
I take. The Q train. Q train is very reliable. It's rarely out of order, you know. But I'll say this: when it is out of order, sometimes it's really fucking rough. Like you have to take a shuttle bus to like to Prospect Park. I mean, yeah, to Prospect Park station, and it'll go from there. You have to take the bus all the way down to like Coney Island or something like that, or Sheepshead Bay, before you get back on the queue. It sucks.
Wait,
Um,
so who's that?
I don't know. I'm trying to talk about it so I can form the character in my head. Maybe like Jiraiya. It is devastating when it's down. When he
Nice.
got killed, it was tough
Yeah,
because he was been so reliable and also laid back. Q Train is pretty chill.
it is pretty
It's
chill.
reliable through Manhattan and serves a good part of Brooklyn.
Well, it's not Jujutsu Kaisen or My Hero, but close enough. All right, that would be the question corner for now. We're gonna
Yeah,
get on to the main show.
we tried our best.
Huh?
We tried our best.
Oh, we sure did. But yeah, we'll see you guys on the show. Bye.